Did another camper break a branch? Or are the nunnery Dobermans running towards you? Are those rustling leaves? Or the cackling of Logan Canyon Witch Hecata? It may seem obvious in daylight, but not in the dark.
Cache Valley in general is just sort of swimming in ghost stories.
The valley is known for the nunnery.
It's still there, and it's pretty creepy.
Historians at Special Collections say the myth centers around a Catholic retreat for pregnant nuns, where their babies would eventually be drowned in the swimming pool. There's also the Weeping Woman.
It did feel a little damp underneath her eyes.
Where folklorists say you might feel the tears of this woman in the Logan Cemetery on a full moon. These stories aren't new.
There's been ghost stories for many, many years. You know, I think back to the earliest recorded history, where the idea of interacting with people who had died and that they go on to a different kind of experience.
But stories change.
We're not stuck just telling stories from hundreds of years ago. We get to keep them updated with stories of, well, I heard someone who went to this spot and this happened to them.
Special Collections preserves ghost stories on paper. You preserve them by telling them.
A lot of ghost stories, it's not necessarily about the ghosts, it's about you and me.
We're in charge of them. We get to sort of embody them and act them out in ways.
New stories start in places like this all the time. We're not just retelling the old ones.
Everyday people are experiencing ghosts in a variety of contemporary contexts, in their own homes, in restaurants, at parks, in playgrounds, on their computers, in digital spaces. Ghosts are still everywhere.
But folklorists say our ghost stories aren't just being shared in the dark with a single flashlight below us. We're relaxing in our homes, sharing them online, on our phones.
Social media, that ability to have small-scale conversations with hundreds of thousands of people at a time, just proliferates and increases exponentially. It amplifies our ability to tell the stories that we find interesting.
McNeil shared her own ghost experience, as did others like Brandon Fugel. Social media
forms its own sort of archive.
These stories won't be going anywhere.
No story or legend trip or custom sticks around unless it is meaningful to us in some way.